Whew. Oh my God. What's up, people? Mark Holmes here, and it's always great to see you guys. I wish I could say it's been a great day, but this is kind of a bittersweet day because the Commanders left hand up finally lost to the New York Giants. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think I lost 3 years of my life today. I think I lost 3 years of my life today, but the Cowboys are now in the playoffs, even though we ended up losing to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, it's game balls. Game balls. I know it's crazy. It's crazy to even think about game balls because this game was one of those ones that, I'm sorry, coaching failed us. Coaching failed us, and our team is nicked up pretty bad. Leighton Vander Esch, you know what's funny is guys that get so much flack when we don't have them, we realize they weren't as bad as people thought. Leighton Vander Esch, I can tell you, he was missed today too. We had 200 yards on the ground against us from the Jaguars. They were able to run roughshod over us. They kept getting outside. I think Micah Parsons is not the same guy he was the first half of the season. I think actually being a pass rusher and being undersized and things has worn him down. I think he's nicked up and may need to rest. Let me give credit to the Eagles for finding a way to win against the Bears because they played an awful game. Basically, you beat us next week, you got home field advantage throughout. You got nothing to play for the last 2 games. We are at the moment pretty much locked in at the number 5 seed. We're going to play the winner of the NFC South. Right now, it's 6-8 Tampa Bay with everybody else in their division 1 game back. It could be any of those guys. The Cowboys, we are feeling like the Cowboys of 2020 before Dak Prescott got hurt. We are scoring points. But for some reason, it's not for some reason, it's because we lose guys like Leighton Vander Esch. We lose guys like Jordan Lewis. We lose guys like Anthony Brown. And I said this to Uncle Charles when he ended up coming on the channel tonight. Understand that this is not a veteran team. We have, going into the season, the 3rd youngest roster in the NFL. You can say I'm making excuses, but see, you have guys out there that don't have a lot of experience that are still trying to find their way, which to me says these guys are getting experience and they're going to be better. But even when you take somebody like CeeDee Lamb had a great game, and he's having some great games, but he can't do it on his own. But this is only his 3rd season. And when you have a guy like Kevin Joseph out there as a cornerback, he's not quite ready, because it's not just that he's playing cornerback. He is the one that they're going after because they know Diggs is good. And see, this literally goes back to what I've said before. You can have a great cornerback. You can have a Deion Sanders, but if you don't have somebody good on the other side, they're just going to throw away from that guy. What you have to have is a pass rush. And for whatever reason, if it's Micah Parsons is nicked up, if it's D-Law in his foot that still he believes is fractured, if it's Dorrance Armstrong, who is now injured and went off the field, we're not getting the pass rush we did before. And when you don't get the pass rush and get to the quarterback, you get picked apart. And then you throw in it, you're not stopping the running game, you start giving up 40 burgers. And that's where we were in 2020. As good a coach as Dan Quinn is, you got to have the horses. And right now, we're banged up and just hurting. In my mind, you don't want to lose to the Eagles, but what you really have to look at right now is you're pretty much slotted in again at the 5th spot. You're playing the NFC South. So what you got to do is you now have to look at it and say, we're getting ready for playoffs. If it's Micah Parsons, we need you healthy for playoffs, maybe you have to sit his ass. I need you fresh. Now, what gives me hope for this team is Tyron Smith played his first game. He was splitting time with Jason Peters, playing a position he hasn't played since 2011. He didn't play awful, but you know he needs to get the rust knocked off of him. He will get better. I hope that next week we end up starting to use T.Y. Hilton, because here's the problem that you see. When you have Michael Gallup, who gets 1 catch for 2 yards, and you're relying on Noah Brown, no disrespect to Noah Brown, but when the game's on the line, I'm not sure Noah Brown wants to be the guy that I have to go to. But here it is. It's late and I'm tired. Congratulations, Dallas Cowboys, because you, Dallas Cowboys, as a team for the season, get a game ball because you have made the playoffs in back-to-back years, which is the first time we have done that since, I think, 2006 and 2007. Hey, listen, you got to take it where you can get it. They made the playoffs in back-to-back years, something we have not done in forever. And I dare say that the curse of the NFC East of no team repeating since the 2003 and 2004 season looks like that's going to happen again. Because the only way the Cowboys can win the division is for the Eagles to lose the next 3 and we to win the next 3. So that's kind of a pipe dream. But I'm giving a game ball to the Dallas Cowboys team that most people didn't think that they had a chance to make the playoffs. Well, they've made the playoffs. Now we got to do something with it. I'm going to give a game ball to Tyron Smith, because Tyron Smith, after literally having his hamstring ripped off the bone, came back and made it through this game to give the offensive line some hope. Make no mistake about it, as you are killing Dak Prescott, understand that our Cowboys offensive line is pretty good at run blocking, but awful in pass blocking. And as our quarterback is running for his life and throwing with people all around him, those things make differences. I'm going to give, and you're going to say I'm crazy for this, but I'm going to give a game ball to Noah Brown. Noah Brown, who gave everything he had, ended up not getting that catch and tipping it up, but being man enough to say, my bad. He posted on his Instagram, I'm responsible, but my chin is up and my chest is still out. You know, in life, it's not so much when you do something wrong as it is trying to cover up for it. I've learned that in my relationship with my wife, that when you do something wrong, yeah, she's going to be pissed off about it when you tell her. But she's going to be even more pissed off when you act like it didn't happen, or they find out because you didn't tell the truth. Deal with the situations that's right there. Now, as bad as shit is, and I'm going to say we got problems on the offensive line. We got problems with the wide receivers. The Cowboys are still scoring points. We scored 34 and lost. We have tools and pieces here. We just need to get them in the right places. And as bad as this was, I still put this on some of the blame, and there's blame to go around for everybody. Dak for the interception in the red zone, for the offensive line having their problems, for the defense giving up a 40-burger and not being able to stop him, for Kellen Joseph on that touchdown that he gave up, that literally he bit, and so on. I mean, the list goes on and on. But the thing is you expect the players on the field to make mistakes. The coaches, I don't know that it's forgivable. Because I sat there, and I've said this so many times, not that they listen to me, but you've got to understand you can't go for the jugular all the time. That timeout came back to haunt them. I said it when they did it. You got to run the football and stay in bounds here. Do not get an incompletion. They got an incompletion. They went deep to Noah Brown. That was the catch, no catch all over again. It was 4th and 1. Instead of trying to say, let's get that 1 yard for the first down, they go downtown and have the catch, no catch. Yeah, you're a genius if it works. But sometimes you can't take those big risks. And that's, to me, where that game was really lost. Bittersweet day. The Cowboys are playoff bound. But they got to do better than this. They got to do better than this. Anyway, it's late. It's been a long day. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. That game took it out of me. And I am going to go to bed. Remember to tell the people you love them. Because you might not get the chance again, guys. And I love you. God willing, I'll see you in the morning. Peace out.